Hi everyone and welcome to the second release of quarter two, scheduled for the weekend of 12th of May. So let's dive in and have a look at what we've got in this release. So we're calling it the accessibility release. We've made some changes to sign-on capability, and probably most importantly, we built some capability around defining the organizational structure so that managers can view their direct reports, profiles, etc., and a couple of updates to the survey engine itself. So let's have a look at the list of features that we've got in this release. So I said single sign-on. Currently, we're using Microsoft accounts, one of the most ubiquitous out there. So if you've got a Microsoft account and your email address is the same as you've registered with SkillsTx, you can use that. Organizational structure definition. I'll have a look at that in detail, but basically it's defining relationships between managers and direct reports and team leaders, etc., so that they can have some visibility of other people's skill profiles. One that you probably won't use too much, but we've built a webhook so that the date field on the person record can be updated with a validation date if you're using the booking system. And we've extended our search capabilities in job role management to give you more options. Planner console, a couple of big changes there. We've got this new manager feature. So if you're a manager, you'll see an additional menu item. From a privacy point of view, we've included the ability to extract all identifiable data that we hold. So you can see everything basically that's in the system that's related to your record. And finally, we've improved some of the matching capability, so that rather than we just show the overall match against the job, we can show required as well. In the survey console, we've added a tiny little readiness survey. We've been getting some feedback that suggests that people were starting off completing the survey without a full understanding of what it's all about, so we just dropped that one in there. And again, with some feedback from our user base, we've changed the colour scheme from an accessibility point of view to be more in line with standards. Okay, so let's dive in and have a look. So let's start right at the beginning with single sign-on. So if you have, let's say, a corresponding email address, hit the sign-on with Microsoft. It'll take you to what you've got available. So you select the one that aligns, and the authentication and tokens, etc., do their thing, and we log in without needing the password. Okay, so let's dive in and have a look at this organizational structure feature. So it's under setup management tasks. It's called define, manage, org structure. So if we go in and have a look, notice we've got a new spinner as well. So what it does, it gives you a list of all of the people in the system. So you can see them all down here. And if I select one I already know about, so I'm going to select Donna. It's telling me that Donna is the team leader for this group of people. So if I just take Ben as an example and we click on Ben, it's going to tell me that Ben has a team leader of Donna. So all sort of makes sense from that point of view. Then if we wanted to add more relationships, we can do that very simply. So if Ben is a team leader for someone else, we can select the name from here and add, and that would add Ben as a team leader for Brian. So pretty flexible mechanism. We've got team leaders that can view people's profiles, and if you allocate people as line managers, so we've got here that Betty has a line manager of Sophia. Sophia will be able to see not only Betty's profile, but she can see her action plan and edit the action plan. And as always, we've got a bulk upload template, so you can just load all this into the system. And if you load it up on a periodic basis, it'll just update what's already there. So an ability for you to, maybe do an extract from AD or whatever. Okay, so let's have a quick look at the new search features that we've got. So it's in job role management. If we pop into here, we'll see we've got the job edit capability. We've added some metadata fields here. So if I wanted to search, for example, on a particular reference number, I type that in and you can see it's actually bringing up a job with the reference number that starts with SK, and anything else that's got SK in it for that matter. And if we scroll down a little bit, we've done the same in this job match table at the bottom. So if you're searching for a particular person, we've now got all of the metadata for the people in that search capability as well. So just a little bit of additional functionality there that we were asked for. Okay, so pretty much from the admin console, that's it. So let's dive over and have a look at what we've got in the planner. So already logged in here. I've logged in as Donna, and as we saw previously, Donna is a team leader for various people. So if I click on this button, Manage, which only appears if a person is a team leader or a manager, if I click on that, what it does, it takes me to a list, tells me that Donna is a team leader for 6 people and line manager for none. So I can immediately see who the people are that I'm the team leader for, and I've got some information there about job match job match percentages. And if I click on this view button here, it'll allow me to dive in and have a look at Ben's profile, so I can see skills that Ben has got and maybe use this as a talking point with Ben, for example. So fair amount of flexibility built into the system, and you can see there I'm now, it's read only because I'm a team leader. I've got no ability to edit this, but it gives me the ability to have a look and just have a quick check at what Ben's skills are. If I, so what I'll do, I'll go back to the actual profile and we'll just show you another sort of toggle switch that we've added into this at the top of the screen. Just let that refresh, and here we've got at the top of the screen, currently all of the information that I'm seeing with regard to job matches is showing required percentage. I can switch that over to overall percentage. So one gives me a more blended view of how well I match, including desirable skills. The other is more hardcore, saying that we're just looking at required skills. So that's pretty much it. As you can see, I say in the action, in the view capability here, we've also got the ability to view action plans if there's any in existence. Just have a look, see if we can find one. And again, this is going to load up one of my reports, action plans in read-only mode. So again, I can now see what actions are underway for that particular individual. And if I was set as the manager, I would have the ability to edit that. Okay, so firing through, last but not least. In fact, I'm just going to come back to the planner, because one of the things I forgot to tell you about is under settings, we've now got this ability to download personal data. So if I hit that button, you can see it's just under download. And if I open up that download, it's an Excel spreadsheet. It's going to show me every single piece of data that's identifiable against this person. So there we go, got absolutely everything in here, including all of the relationships in terms of who's the manager, who's the team leader, and a full set of skills in every version that they've ever had. So literally every piece of information. So just to cover off that privacy aspect. Right, now we will move on and we'll have a look very quickly at the surveys. So what we've done, we've just dropped this little survey right at the top. There's only 2 questions in it. Before you start, are you ready? So makes sense. We click on that first. Pop into the surveys. I'm actually in the production system here on this one, but if I was in the sandpit, the background color, instead of being green on green, it's actually blue on a darker font for that accessibility. So I get a list of a few questions just to make sure I'm ready to go. If I'm ready, I select yes, and if I'm still a bit unsure, I can select no. And it's going to give me a hyperlink through to the tutorial on how to complete a survey, and there's also a hyperlink on how to use the planner, and then a few options here that we can use for doing some analytics back in the admin console in terms of, I suppose, doing a temperature test of the people that started surveys and whether they felt they were prepared. Okay, so that's pretty much covered everything we needed to. So Once again, thank you very much for your time. I hope you enjoy the new features. We've got some cool ones coming out in the next release, as always. And if you've got any questions, just drop me an email at paul.collins@skillstx.com. Thanks for your time.